Bulletin live at 7 p.m. Today happens to be a Wednesday, 22nd of January 2025. We are almost ending the month of January. And my name is Mercy Daru, the anchor for tonight. Before we dash further, let's first take a look at the headlines making up the big stories tonight. Coming up in the news tonight, low revenue remittance is hindering development in Arua district. Produce dealers in Koboko district pin URA for harassment. And persons with disabilities say ongoing voters register update is marginalizing its members. More of these details will come in the Nilecast live at 7 p.m. Welcome back from the headlines and looking straight to our stories. And to start with, we are beginning with Arua district. The low revenue collection in Vura sub-county Arua district is locking development. These concerns were raised during an extraordinary council sitting organized by the council leadership in Vura sub-county. Jura Joseph was in attendance. Take a look.
The cry to promote social services and development across Vura County in Arua district, concerns have been raised in response to the low revenue collected by the authorities. Joel Pario, the LC3 chairman of Vura sub-county, voiced worries.
To identify, it's good that the chairman is here, identify immediate place for a market. Very serious. Those of you who are landlords, instead of selling the land to another person, kindly, can you go to chairman and share?
Pario also questioned the district over the delayed processes of implementing some of the programs that were put in place.
How do we lay strategies on generating revenue for the town council? They did physical planning here. There are areas spotted for markets. How do we now start? Whether you like it or what, it is still the main chairman who is going to start all these things.
The chairman LC5 of Arua district, Honorable Alfred Okonzi, encouraged the office of Vura sub-county to establish a border market to add on the available markets in order to increase revenue collection.
The issue of revenue is real. I think you've talked about it, but one thing I want you to take note is the border market. The border market, which must be able to bring Congolese and the Ugandan population. Think about that seriously and open that market. It doesn't start big, it must start small.
Okonji warned the responsible stakeholders to take an immediate action in decongesting Vura customs to mitigate future fire-related problems that always brings down business, as the location is a potential revenue point to the government.
The issue of decongesting customs is a matter of time bomb. The congestion in customs is too much. If fire starts there, you will not like it. Even people around there, all will die. So you need to think about decongesting for customs as much as possible. What are you thinking? You need to bring parking a little bit outside.
According to the report published by Uganda Budget Information, as per 31st March 2022, Arua district managed to collect a total of 396,346,000 as local revenue generated, presenting 93% of the budget. Joseph Chura reporting.
Moving away from that story and going direct to Koboko district, the produce dealers within the district, which borders South Sudan and the Republic of DRC Congo, trading across West Nile sub-region, have pinned Uganda Revenue Authority of harassment. During a recent meeting convened by Hajat Medina Naha Mojale, the Director for Finance and Administration with National Resistance Movement, between the concerned traders and the tax body produce dealers, stressed concern over arrests and extortion. Faris Majid has more of the details.
Produce dealers of groundnuts from Koboko, which is a bordering district to South Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo, trading across the Western sub-region, have raised the challenges of harassment, for instance through arrests, multiple taxation and rampant roadblocks by Uganda Revenue Authority. During a recent meeting between the concerned traders and the tax body convened by Hajat Medina Naham Ojale, the Director of Finance and Administration with National Movement Party, Vita Muzamil, the chairperson of the produce dealers in Koboko district, stressed concern of arrests and extortion by the URA staff.
One called Mr. Luke Kivumbi, who is now the officer, Pakwachi, arrested me. I tried to convince him, telling him that me I'm somebody from Koboko. I don't buy dinners anywhere, I buy dinners in Koboko. Kivumbi ordered me to go and get a sample of dinners. I went to the vehicle, I get that sample, I brought to him. So Kivumbi told me that this gin that I'm carrying is from Congo. I asked him, how do you know? And how can you separate ginas from Congo and Uganda?
Relatedly, some of the traders in the district also raised the following concerns.
What is the protective measure or precaution measure for Koboko as Koboko? Because others are using Koboko as a landing ground for their produce. What will differentiate the ginas from Koboko and from those people who use the name of Koboko?
The problem we have here in Koboko is there is the gap between the traders and the URA is too big. That's why we always have challenges in tax collection.
Shortly after a meeting of the stakeholders in Koboko district recently, Emi Mitala, the Koboko Resident District Commissioner, attributes the dispute to gaps in the cross-border trade.
The controversy stems from the fact that Uganda Revenue Authority cannot distinguish between the produce dealers who are indigenous and those who are importing the produce to take to Kampala. So more often than not, our traders have been getting problems in Pakwachi. We last year sat and sort of got a temporary solution, but you know, when the season kicked off again, the problem arose again. So we've sat to look at how we can sort this problem permanently.
Frank Abaho, who works as the customs manager for Western Sub-Region with Uganda Revenue Authority, rallied the traders on compliance to avoid troubles.
Since these people have an association and a chairman, let's have a document from the association first, so that this is our own who has loaded GNAs. Secondly, because by the time you load GNAs in a truck, that is bulk, we make that payment slip system generated. Because there is no one who goes Pakwachi or Kampala with 20 sacks. They load in tons. We abolish these receipts. You have said it and the chairman knows it. They issued here 3 receipts, Pakwachi received 11 trucks.
It is me who said it, because it happened to me.
Also, I've ever arrested the lady in Paida town zone, and she was in the process of getting a receipt of Koboko by the time we go to the truck. Meaning there is a connection or a dealer who can sit in other districts and get these receipts. This got system generated. But the first point before you get the system generated, you have a document from the association. And finally, we have opened Bijago in Koboko town. We have Oraba. We make it mandatory as the third requirement that the URI around must also stamp on that system generated. Those 3 will be enough as evidence.
Hajat Naha Medina Ojale, the Director of Finance and Administration with National Samuel Party, appreciates the resolutions of the meeting and hopes for an end to the dispute.
And I think from now on, we don't expect to hear any challenges coming from the produce dealers leaving Koboko, leaving any district of West Nile that are intercepted along the way and made to pay, kitu kidogo as they alleged along the way. And URA has also promised that they are going to take action against staff that have been found to be on the wrong side of the law, if given evidence, and the teams the traders are looking through to provide the necessary information to the URA so that they take action against their staff who might have been found on the wrong side of the law.
Several resolutions were agreed upon by both the taxpayers and the tax body during the meeting at Koboko District Council Hall on the 12th of April 2005, which among others include operations through digital and stamped receipts, banning taxation on local groundnuts, among others with immediate effect. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, Nalka.
Welcome back from that story and moving to our nation's story. And as Uganda is preparing for the primaries and also eyeing at the 2026 general elections, the National Council for Persons with Disability has said the ongoing voter register update exercise organized by the Electoral Commission has excluded some of its members. Yona Waswa, the chairperson for National Council for Persons with Disability, outlined some of the challenges the persons with disability may encounter during this period of voter register. Take a look. The National Council for Persons with Disabilities has said the ongoing voter register update exercise organized by the Electoral Commission has excluded some of their members. The voters register update exercise that started on January 20th will end on February around the country. Addressing journalists at their offices in Kampala, the National Council for Persons with Disability chairperson Yona Waswa said the ongoing exercise, being based on parishes, marginalizes some members with disability. Waswa said the absence of sign language interpreters means that persons with disabilities who can't read and write are marginalized as they cannot identify their names in the register. He noted that the application on the Electoral Commission website for location of polling stations is not accessible to persons with visual impairments. Cyrus Bacon-Sempija, the Councillor for Persons with Disability from PG District, said whereas all these challenges were highlighted during the stakeholders engagement meetings with the Electoral Commission, they have not been addressed. The chairperson for the National Council for Persons with Disabilities said they might be forced to take legal actions against Electoral Commission if it doesn't act on their concerns. He, however, urged members to participate in the ongoing voter register update exercise to ensure they can vote for leaders who will front their rights. The Electoral Commission spokesperson Julius Musunguzi said they are cognizant for the unique and particular needs for persons with disabilities. He said there are issues which can be immediately addressed while others require long-term planning through more investment in budgets. Muchunguzi said that whereas the parish might be far from some villages, it is the only practical way the exercise can be undertaken, and it is what is in the law. Mercy Daru, West Nile TV, Nilecast. Come back from that story, and it's a very, very good concern for the persons living with a disability, and I believe that this is really looked at because this is one of the challenges that these people face while looking at the updates and also updating their voters register. And I believe the relevant authorities, especially the Election Commission, takes this into consideration and sees that all citizens of Uganda are served justly. And to conclude our story with tonight, elders of Paida and strong supporters of their very own soccer club, that is Paida Black Angels, the local team in a West Nile sub-region, are demanding for accountability from the management of the soccer club, and this was raised during an emergency meeting held on the Tuesday of 21st January 2025 at Cultural Center, Paida in Zombo District. Alfred Jawok reports.
During an emergency meeting held on Tuesday, 21st January 2025 at Cultural Center, Paida, a group of concerned elders in Paida, Zombo District has issued a demand for accountability from the leadership of Paida Black Angel Sports Club, a local football club in the West Nile region. The elders, who are also passionate fans of the club, expressed their concerns over the team's performance and the management of its finances. According to Jesse Okweda, Chairman Paida Elders Association, the club has been struggling to pay players' salaries and there are allegations of mismanagement of funds.
Masalo CEO gibedo kati sente asera nyoko shiko executive gibedo borrowing sare mangai badana mangagi ma bi detail ka sare gibedo ka borrowing ne wagam kai million a day watimo kuma ene fana be mido kumeni so sala bodi magi kelo figa ma tie block so esibo check en to ma ko kegi da pin donc ke detail ka sare ko million bi rabisel magi borrowing
Honorable Nenchan Sadiki, Paida Town Council District Councillor, also expressed dissatisfaction with the team's recent performance, citing a lack of strategy and poor accountability presented during the meeting.
This is not accountability. This was a kind of acknowledgement. You can't tell me I've given 10 million for food. I've given 10 million for water. I've paid allowance 11 million. To who? Accountability, you move step by step. I bought onions, how many kilograms, at how much for this and this purpose.
Other fans, led by Tashagiramia Peace Jalad, Public Relations Officer Paida Black Angel Sports Club, respected the community leaders, called on the club's leadership to provide a detailed account of its financial transactions and to explain the measures being taken to improve the team's performance.
It is a community that reacts very fast in scenarios where they sense that leadership or other managerial skills are not moving on well in the club. So, based on the past records and the history of what we've had towards the end of the year last year, a group of members within the community came forward to represent the views of the funds, whom we are now calling our funds board of trustees. Their major problem was the fact that there was no accountability being given as far as leading or managing the club is concerned.
The Paida Black Angels, under the leadership of Mr. Jacon Robert, has also acknowledged the elders' concerns and has promised to work towards addressing them.
That is the first money. In the executive resolution, we work with this one, million send the Mobi on cash, Mobi on the government, because the million Piranha Beach. In Mopasi in the executive resolution, certified.
The elders' demands come at a time when the club is facing significant challenges, including lack of sponsorship and inadequate facilities. The club's leadership has promised to address the elders' concerns and to provide a detailed report on its financial and operational activities. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And with that story, we have come to the end of our Nilecast news bulletin for this evening. Thanks for always choosing West Nile Television. And for the sake of our city, we received some showers this evening. We are blessed to have some rains this evening. And it's very chilly, very cold. You may grab for yourself a cup of coffee as you ship and keep locked at your set as the next program pops in, and that is the Kelele Show with Madame Scovia. And from me to you, my name is Masidaru, the anchor for this evening. Have a very blessed evening and a good night.